Peachtober. I was beyond excited for Peachtober to start as I had been looking at the prompt list, coming up with ideas, and I could not wait to realize them and share them. And day one was kind of a cruel awakening that art doesn't always go as planned. Even within the first 2 days of this month, I learned quite a lot about my expectations when it comes to art, and I improved my mindset quite a bit. So let's talk about that. Just saying that, I got major flashbacks of Good Mythical Morning. I don't know if I'm the only one who was like, they were my bread and butter when I was 12. Like, I was so up to date. I digress. Let's begin. Day one. I had been planning this idea since the prompt list came out. The prompt was home, and as I talked about in my last video, even though I really do love my space, quarantine has been making it feel smaller and smaller. And so that was my idea, to represent home through this lens of quarantine, sort of making a 3-part comic, I guess, that was almost like a photo booth format. And I was so excited to start. And then I started. And here was this idea I was so in love with, and I tried over and over and over to make it work. On camera, off camera, in pen and ink, in watercolor, then acrylic, then I even tried digital to try and make it work. And I'm not joking when I say I felt tears coming on because I was just so frustrated. Looking back, I will say I think my sketch was causing me some problems, but mainly the reason I just couldn't make it work was because of my attitude. When entering a challenge like this, we all form different goals for ourselves. Some may want to use this month of drawing to come up with new creative ideas. Others may just want to get back into drawing. And while I thought those were my goals, subconsciously, I think in the back of my head, I wanted every single day to finish off with a beautiful, postable, properly finished piece of work. And this ended up leading me to so much frustration in a bunch of different ways. Though I wanted a nice piece of art every day, I don't think my main frustration came from not having a postable piece or a finished looking piece. I think my main issue was I don't want to misrepresent an idea I really love. I don't even struggle with coming up with ideas. That's never been an issue for me. But when it comes to sketching, I just psych myself out so much because I don't want to mess up the vision I had in my head, and that's just not always possible. I tried drawing again in the morning and I just couldn't make this piece of art work, and it was driving me crazy. But eventually I talked to my partner and he reminded me of how excited I was to start Peachtober, and that if I'm turning this challenge into a negative thing, there's no point in drawing along with the challenge. So I moved on. I have this idea one day and I will draw it, but for now I guess it's okay that this idea hasn't been realized. We'll talk more about this later. Day 2. So I started off day 2 already disappointed because I tried in the morning to revisit that sketch of day 1 and was unsuccessful. I used the same sketch, which once again was probably my issue. I should have redrawn it, I should have worked bigger. I didn't try and fix things, I just kept messing myself up, but whatever. Day 2 was raccoon, and I had this imagery in my head of this little brightly colored, bold raccoon guy that's getting like surprised because wings are picking him up. Sort of like the gesture of, you know, like cats like have little cats, like mama cats have baby cats in their mouth. You know what I mean? Like the back is like arched in that way. And I had dreams of it being a logo, a sticker on t-shirts, this little flying raccoon guy. I don't know why, I just loved it. And guess what? Day 2 didn't go as planned either. First thing I realized was I had never drawn a raccoon, and it took me so many tries to get the sketch close to right. And honestly, I don't even like the sketch I ended up with, but you know, that's okay. I don't know why I expected to be able to draw a raccoon in the style I had envisioned on the first try. Like, it's so weird because I had this expectation, but I remember when I first started drawing people, it took me months and months and months to even get close to figuring out how to draw a person in a style I liked, and I'm still learning that, so why would animals be any different? I wanted bold colors, and once again, I tried over and over to just color in this raccoon. I ended up realizing maybe I just needed to sacrifice the colors so that I could calm down, have some fun creating a piece of art. And so I pulled out my dip pens in the true traditional Inktober experience, and you know, the drawing still isn't what I wanted or what I dreamed about, but I had a lot more fun making it. And I took a photo and ended up adding some color digitally, which I've never done before, so that was a lot of fun. And it's a lot of power to work digitally, and I'm definitely not used to it, but it was a good learning experience, so that made me feel a little bit better. Even so, I don't love this piece, and throughout the process I was already feeling on day 2 as if every piece I was making was failing, until eventually I came to terms with the fact that my partner was right. Art shouldn't be a negative thing, and the fact is this challenge has already helped me come up with beautiful ideas that I'm so excited to create, and eventually one day they will turn into nice end results that I'm happy with, but that's just not going to happen today, and that's okay. Ideas can be revisited, redrawn, and improved upon, as annoying as it is. So I don't love my pieces for day 1 or day 2. They don't fully realize my ideas. I don't feel like they're the highest caliber of art that I'm capable of. But fact is, I like day 2 more than I like day 1. And guess what? Speaking from day 3, I like day 3 more than I like day 2 and day 1. So here's what I realized for my goal for Peachtober. I just want to come up with ideas that I like. I want to enjoy drawing, and I want to have a better piece of art every single day. That doesn't mean that I can't fail or have an off day like I did on day 1. I just want to slowly improve, if not just in my confidence. Honestly, I'm really thankful that I was drawing these prompts within the sphere of Peachtober, because usually if I create a piece that I don't like, I end up becoming very frustrated with my art and take huge breaks. So drawing within Peachtober meant that I drew on day 2 and day 3, even following the day 1 frustrations. Long story short, I have a lot of ideas that I love for Peachtober. The challenge itself has allowed me to come up with so many ideas that I wouldn't have otherwise, and that I can't wait to create. But it's also forced me to continue drawing day after day, even if I don't love my work. As an artist, I have a hard time considering that a victory, but that's a victory. So I have changed my mindset. At least I'm trying to. Already on day 2, Peachtober has taught me a lot, and I'm sending love to everyone attempting to draw every day, and to Furry Little Peach for creating this challenge that has already taught me so much about myself and my relationship to art. So I'd love to hear if any of you are trying to do this as well, or just trying to draw every day, even without the Inktober name. I'd like to hear about any challenges you're having or realizations you've had throughout this month as well. I'm sending love. I hope you have a wonderful day. I don't know if you can see the mountain behind me, but it's just getting prettier and prettier day by day. I'm so excited. Yeah, okay, bye-bye.